We used to have to deal with that situation because we didn't offer Diwali or other, outside of the major sort of U.S. holidays. We didn't offer those as paid days off. And so when we'd have 20 people, especially like our second shift, the sanitation shift, was a heavily group that was a lot of folks from Nepal who celebrate Diwali. And we were like, how do we handle this? And so for many years, we sort of made it work. We juggled around it. We sort of maybe cut back some lines. And then we said, you know what, if we're really committed to this, what would it look like to be more inclusive? What if we offered these as paid days off, not just for those folks, but for the entire company? And so we now do that. So Diwali is a paid day off for the entire company. We shut down and we speak about what this, we give people the opportunity to share about what this event is and why it's important to them. And so that we can celebrate it together. It's not just known as like, it's a free day off for all of us. And that was a huge deal. And we also did that for Ramadan. So we recognize and we work with the community's leaders here within our own sort of Rhino employees to pick those days. They're often sort of floating holidays. And so we have to be flexible around what day and work with those Rhino employees who celebrate, and also with partners out in the community, maybe in the temples or different sort of spiritual leaders, figure out what would be the best day off and how can we be supportive of that. So that is a great example of how we're trying to be more inclusive. And I can say that's one of my favorite Rhino memories, was announcing at an all-day company meeting we call Rhino Day, the addition of those two new holidays. It was like, holy moly, it was awesome. Like, there was tears. It was just incredible. So.
And the other thing that was great about it, not to go on too long here, was all the white Americans that don't celebrate those days were like, oh, I can work that day. That's no problem. And we're like, no, you need to understand, just like you said, Dita, like, do you want to work on Christmas? No, well, they don't want to work on Diwali. So I think that it goes both ways. We're obviously supporting our folks that have different situations and different holidays, but quite frankly, we're trying to educate other people that don't understand this around diversity and inclusion.